Hey, it's Mike Taylor, pastor out of Flat Creek Baptist Church. It's one of those nights, you've probably had them, where you just can't sleep. I'm really beat down, tired, but I'm just not sleepy. And I don't know what you do, but sometimes I break open my Bible and start reading. And, I was just reading through Paul's letter to the Galatians in chapter 5. And at verse 19, here I've got it in front of me. He says, the works of the flesh are obvious, and he talks about this long list: sexual immorality, moral impurity, promiscuity, idolatry, sorcery, hatreds, strife, jealousy, and this outburst of anger. And in my Bible, I've got that underlined: outbursts of anger. And I'm sitting here by the fire watching these logs burn, and I got to thinking about how the parallels between fire and anger. When I was growing up in my family, we used to talk about people when they were angry. They talked about being all burned up. Did you ever hear that expression before? Or maybe if you really got ticked off about something, somebody would say, "That really burns me up." I got to thinking about anger and how it's like fire. When anger gets out of control, it's like it's a bad thing. You see this fire when these logs are burning. They're so enjoyable. I mean, on a cold winter's night, I love to draw up close to the fire, and it's just really relaxing to watch the wood crackle and pop. And as long as that fire stays in the fireplace, it's a good thing. But I'm a chaplain with the fire department here in Hall County, and I've been to a lot of house fires where fire gets out of the fireplace, and then it becomes an issue, and it becomes a threat to people's lives, and burns up their houses and destroys their possessions, and it just makes a nightmare when it gets out of control. And anger is a lot like that, because outbursts of anger, this unbridled anger, consumes everything that gets in its path when it's unchecked. So that's what Paul was talking about here in Galatians. He's talking about explosions of anger, outbursts of anger. When our sinful flesh is in control, all it takes is just the right comment, just the right turn of events, and kaboom! Like striking a match to gasoline, we erupt in angry rage. I know, because I've had to deal with it in my own life before. And when there are explosions of anger, people get hurt in the explosion. In studying Scripture, anger itself is not sinful, because the Bible tells us that there's times when God is angry. There's times when He expects us as His people to be angry. But God has a remarkable, righteous way of expressing His anger every time. He's never out of control. Bitterness is not part of His character. So I'm sitting here by the fire and thinking about, as I try to manage my own anger, I want to do it the way Jesus did it. And I invite you to be a follower of Jesus also, so you can do a better job of managing your anger too. God bless you.